Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lori and welcome to the new year, 2018. It's been a while since I've done a video and I just absolutely needed to come on and do this video on the energy of 2018 and what's been going on in the portal, the Telos portal, and what I'm being shown. And I wanted to come on because it's important for everybody to, I think, everybody to hear this information right now. When I feel this urge inside of me of like, share it, share it, share it, I know it's important. And it's not just important for me and my clients, it's important for all of you to hear this. Sorry, the heater was on and now it's off, so I'm sure the beginning of this video was annoying. Okay, so this is my experience, of course, and what I've seen and experienced inside that portal and what my clients have experienced. So that's all I'm going on. The energy of the new year is all about receiving and service, and understanding that the old beliefs, the old paradigms, the old ways of being are gone. And not only are they gone, but they don't serve you any longer. They don't serve me any longer. They don't serve us any longer. And there is a shift in the energy around that. However, we are very third dimensional human beings that have free will. And so what that means is we have the ability to choose, to make the choice to say, I'm not going to believe in the fact that I need to struggle anymore. I'm not going to believe in the fact that it has to be hard. I'm not going to believe in the fact that I have to work really, really hard to create and to bring in miracles. I'm going to accept and receive and believe that abundance is in front of me, that I can ask for anything and I will receive it, that I deserve freedom, that I deserve joy, that I deserve peace. And I say this, obviously I live in Mount Shasta, right? So I say this as a truth and as our reality, but I also understand what it's like to live in a very dense city. I understand what it's like to be surrounded by a lot of energy that is pulling you in many different directions. I understand how hard it can be to really focus in on what I'm saying and to believe what I'm saying. So I get that. I understand it. And so part of what I'm here to do for all of you is to remind you so that you can tap into that. I have access to it on Mount Shasta so easily. I can tap into this energy so easily. And I understand and I'm humbled by that, because what I get to do is I get to share it with you and remind you. Because many of you are in that race of humanity, kind of running around and doing all of the things that we do as humans in big cities and even in smaller cities. And so I'm here to bring this awareness and to let you know that it's shifted. That 2017 for almost all of you, I guarantee you, was like this, right? Huge freaking roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like you were in a washing machine and you couldn't see straight. You had no idea what was coming, where you were going. And for many of you, it was a very successful year. It was a very fabulous year, but you still had this ups and downs, right? Right? There was always ups and downs, really highs, really lows. 2018, my loves, is this. We're sailing. We're sailing. And we deserve it. We deserve to just sail. And that's not to say that we're not going to go up and down. But we are absolutely not going to be going like this. I take that back. I'm not going to say that, because we all have free will and we have choices. So we can go back and we can do this. But you have the option now and the ability to just do this. And what this means is it's time to get to work. It's time to to follow your intuition. It's time to do the service work that you're here to do. It's time to trust, beyond trust, that that you will be supported, that you will be held, that you will be guided. There's no more time. Everything that's been given to me in the last 2 days inside that portal of Telos is that there's no more time to waste. There's no more time to waste. It's time, it's time, it's time. And the difference between the energy we're in now and the energy of 2017 is that you don't even necessarily have to believe that you're going to be completely taken care of. You just need to take that jump. You just need to now do it. There is no more time to kind of wait for the right time. Right? 2017 was a lot about kind of surrendering, a lot of kind of settling into what's coming, a lot of releasing, processing, moving, and it required a lot of like, kind of just like, sinking in, you know, like watching it all. It's action time now. So it's action. And so you have to understand that in action, you are taken care of. And so what is happening, my journeys inside Telos are completely different than 3 weeks ago. Completely different. What's happening now is that your family of light, call it whatever you want. First of all, it doesn't matter whether you call it a star family. It doesn't matter whether it's a star being. It doesn't matter whether you're a star seed. Forget about the labels. The labels don't matter. You talk to any star being, they're going to tell you, not only does it not matter, but it doesn't even matter if you understand our name. It doesn't matter if you understand who we are, what system we came from. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is that we have been with you from the moment you put your spirit into a physical body on the planet. We have never left you. And not only have we never left you, but we have been with you side by side, supporting you. And the sad part about volunteering and being on the planet is that we have for thousands of years, we've been disconnected. And so we, as the planet and humanity is a shifting and evolving and ascending, we are waking up to this connection again, to our star families, to these beings of light that have been with us from day one. They have never left our side. They have never, ever left our side. And so what is happening and what is being asked is to begin to work side by side with them, co-partners, allies, co-workers, whatever you want to call it, and begin to create your reality. And what they have been telling everybody that's been coming in the last couple of days is ask, ask, ask. And when you don't believe that you're going to get what you're asking, continue to ask until it comes. And they have been saying over and over again, we are living in this year is the year of miracles. It is miraculous what is going to come to you if you trust, if you believe, if you begin to work with these beings. And how do you begin to even know? First of all, there are beings around you, whether you know it or not. It's a God-given right as a human being on the planet, okay? It doesn't matter what lifetime you came down on. It doesn't matter what your purpose work is. It doesn't matter what you're doing right now in your life. It doesn't matter if you're 144,000 volunteer. It doesn't matter if you're first wave volunteer. It doesn't matter if you lived on Lemuria and you decided to volunteer at that time. None of it matters. If you're on the planet with a body, you have a star system that has been with you from the moment you came on. And one of the main reasons these beings have been with us is for this moment right now. Right now, this moment. The awakening of the planet, the awakening of humanity. So prior to the fall, prior to Earth falling into a denser reality, a denser dimension, when we came down onto the planet, we were higher evolved beings. So we were living in a different dimension, a higher frequency of light. And so we were already connected to our star families, okay? Or families of light, or star systems, whatever you want to call it, beings. when we came in, we were connected. And that was just part of the contract. If you came in prior to the fall of Atlantis and Lemuria and the fall of the grace, the planet moving into a lower dimension, if you came down prior to that, your contract with your star family, these star beings, was that you were going to always be connected. There was never an understanding that there was going to be a disconnect. It wasn't until the fall that there was a disconnect. So if you volunteered and came into the planet and into a body after the fall, which most likely means that you are a volunteer, well, I'm not going to go into that right now. You're a volunteer, right? And you came in after the fall. If that's the case, then you made a contract prior to coming in. First of all, you already knew that you were going to be disconnected. Okay, because that was an understanding when you came onto the planet, that you were going to be disconnected because there was already, the planet was already at a lower frequency, a lower vibration, the third dimension. Humanity was already living in a lower frequency, a lower dimension. And so there was a disconnect. So you knew when you came in that you were going to be disconnected. So there was a contract made that when humanity and the earth ascended and shifted into a higher frequency, or began to, that you would remember that these star beings would somehow, some way reconnect and align with you. You guys would figure out some system. I don't know how it happens, right? I don't know. We'll go into Telos and using that portal is one way. But that's what's happening. And so they've been around and around and around and around waiting for this time. Because what they want to do is create the most miraculous life you've ever lived. They want to give you the most freedom, the most peace, the most joy, the most love. They want to give you the most abundance. They want to give you the most wealth. They want to provide you with the easiest access to your service work. They want to provide your service work as quickly and as effortlessly as possible. This is happening. This is our divine right as a human being shifting on the planet and ascending. It is reality. It is the energy that is moving around all of us right now in 2018. There's no doubt in my mind that this is happening and that this is our right. And that if you believe and you ask, it will happen. Now, how do you begin to connect with these star beings? Let's say you don't even know who they are, right? It doesn't matter. If you close your eyes and just ask, first of all, the first step is that you know that there are beings around you. You don't have to feel them. You don't have to see them. You don't have to experience them. You don't have to know their names. Forget about that. Step one, know that there are beings without a doubt, no matter what, around you. Okay, that's the first step. Second step, pray or ask every day for something, for anything, to be more of service, to have more joy, to open up your heart, provide you with the easiest path to your service work, show you what your next step is, give you an out. How am I supposed to leave this relationship? Show me the next step in leaving this relationship. Provide the next opening so that I can leave the job I'm in. Whatever it is. Step one, know they're here. Step two, start asking. Step three, begin to commit to communicating with them regularly. And you don't know who they are, and you don't know where they are. They're usually around the back, sometimes to the side. And when you start to communicate and work with them, they'll come up in the front if you ask them to. And ask for them to start to speak to you. Ask for them to start to talk to you. Ask for them to start to show themselves. Show themselves meaning energetically. I guess I should say feel them. And for many, many people, they're already seeing them, right, in different shapes and forms and light. And so start to ask for that. Ask for them to start, and you have the right. It's your given right as a human being to experience them, to feel them, to know them, to love them, to feel loved by them and held by them. Trust that. Know that. So step one, know they're there. Step two, start asking. Step three, Start beginning to engage with them regularly. This is a gift. And this is something that we have to learn. It's not just like we open our eyes one day and we say, oh, I have a star family, and boom. You have to learn. Just like all the other gifts that we're being shown and that we're being given. We have to kind of learn. It's like a step-by-step process of like we're in kindergarten and we're going through those stages all over again of remembering and how do we connect and how do we feel. Many of us that lived on Lemuria, many of us that lived on Atlantis, and any other civilization that was highly advanced. When you lived on those civilizations, you had access, you were living side by side with these galactic beings. So you could call them in, they would come in, they were with you, they were participating, they were showing you more of who you are, they were giving you more gifts, they were allowing you access to this quantum reality that is around us, they were showing you how to create out of nothing, they were showing you how to work with all of these different frequencies and dimensions and everything, timelines and grids and all of that, crystals and flowers and anything, you name it. The star beings were showing us. The star beings were giving us this information. The star beings were activating it within us. And so that's what's happening. And so we are stepping into 2018 with this opportunity, if you trust and believe it. And it's not to say that, you know, it's that you're not going to still kind of have these very human ways of being. We are a human being. You have to be grounded. You have to be on the earth. You have to feel your feet. None of this can happen if you're not planted firmly down on the ground in your physical body. The other thing that they were saying to me is the reason why 2017 was so tumultuous is because we were learning for the first time in thousands of years how to embody, how to be in our bodies. And so when you're in your physical body for the first time, by the way, most of us think that we have been in our bodies, and we haven't. We haven't. It's extremely painful to be in the body. And so sorry, I just got a thing on my phone. Why it was so crazy in 2017 is because we were being called back into our bodies. And so now that many of us are more embodied, kind of snuggled in and really starting to understand that all of it's okay, that the emotion just comes and goes, that there's nothing to heal, there's nothing to process, there's no energetic work that necessarily needs to be done. If you believe that you are already whole, you can step into this new paradigm of complete healed wholeness and begin to create and to begin to manifest with these beings. And you can still do it as you are healing. You can still do it as you are clearing and processing, if that's your belief and if that's the paradigm you're in. It's all about what you believe, and none of it's wrong and none of it's right. It just is what is your reality. But just know that there is a new reality, a new paradigm that we have been opened to that allows us to be completely healed and whole. Seriously. That you don't have to do any more work. I mean, that's going to maybe, ruffle some feathers, but it's a truth that many of us have walked into and are continuing to walk into. And there are millions of human beings that are not even close to being there yet. So we still need all of those beautiful light workers that are doing all of that work for humanity. We still need that. So humanity is on different stages of evolution. And what I'm suggesting and what I'm saying is that if you are open and ready for this is the new paradigm that's opening for those that are ready to step into it. And there are many, many, many humans that are not even aware of the fact that ascension is happening. So that's kind of the gamut of where humanity is on the spectrum. But every single human being is connected to a star family. So even the densest of humans that are really walking around, really, really, really feeling it, and going through the everyday life, not understanding what's really going on, they are just as connected with beings around them as the super empowered, embodied, connected, aligned being. So that's happening. And the other thing I wanted to share really fast, I know it's already been 20 minutes, I'll be fast, is in my journey today with a beautiful, 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 beautiful woman, we were shown the most amazing thing. And it's such a gift what we were shown, and I want to share it with you because it's extremely important to understand where we're going and what's already shifted in us. And I'm sharing this because it's happening with you. You have to trust this. So we were inside the portal of Telos, and the next thing you know, there's just bright light around us, and extremely bright. And I was very unfamiliar with what this all was, although I did know what it felt like to be in source energy. Source is whatever you want to call it. Source, God, Sophia, whatever you call the light of all that is, the light of everything, right? We found ourselves in that space. And I was like, oh God, this is source. And I was taken aback because I'd never been in the frequency of source energy, source light inside Telos. And as we were kind of feeling it and just allowing ourselves to be in it, her phone rang twice. And I said, I was listening to the phone ring twice, and we were still in this frequency of source, which is pure joy, pure bliss, pure love, pure nothing and pure everything. And when the phone rang, I said, oh my God, I get it. We're multidimensional beings that can be in multiple realities at the same time. So we can experience and sit in the light of God, source. And we can have our very third dimensional phone ring and be in both spaces. We can hold both spaces. That's what it means to be a multidimensional being. We can hold both spaces. There is, if you believe, there's no such thing as spiritual bypassing, right? And there's no such thing as disconnection. It's all happening at the same time. And we have evolved to a place where we can now hold both. We can hold both at the exact same time. And for me, it's huge. I thought that was that was huge, to not be pulled out. In the old paradigm, you would be pulled out. You couldn't have both, right? You had to really center and focus and close your eyes and get into that really deep meditative state, and then you would be into source. And then once you're in source, it's like if something were to happen, you'd be pulled out. And it's like, you're a multidimensional being. You can hold both. You can be in both spaces. So that's what I wanted to share. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this year. I'm so excited for all of you to be on this journey here with me, with all of us. I'm excited to continue to share everything that I'm feeling. I feel so honored, so humbled, and so grateful to be able to be on this mountain, Mount Shasta, and give you everything I'm feeling, give you everything I'm hearing, give you everything I'm experiencing, because I know so many of you can't be on the mountain. And it's my service to provide you with what I'm experiencing, so that you can feel it, so that you can hear it, so that you can know it. And so that's my commitment in 2018, is to give you all of this. So stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I am doing my first live group journey into Telos on Friday, January 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific. It's $49, and it's going to be really freaking powerful. And if you're being called to go in, go to my website, www.lorioflemuria.com, and go under the offerings, and you'll see Group Guided Journey into Telos. Click that and you'll find the offering. You can also email me down below, and I can give you all the information as well. Or you can find me on Instagram at Lori of Lemuria. All the information is on my bio there. It's going to be powerful. And if this resonates with you, if your body's sort of vibrating at like, oh my God, yes, it's time. It's only $49 to get in to that beautiful portal, and to experience it. And your higher self will provide exactly what you need, and will give you exactly what you need right now. And I highly recommend it because it is potent and powerful, and it's laser beam focused right now inside there. So with all of that, I will just say goodbye. I love you all so much, and I'm humbled to be able to just share all this with you. And I send you all so much love, and look forward to the next transmission coming through. All my love. Talk to you soon. Bye.